The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by A Change for Cam. Y'all, it is a tough topic today. Fentanyl, if you didn't know, is the #1 killer of Americans ages 18 to 45. Becky White is the founder, executive director, and mom who created A Change for Cam. Becky, I want to say we really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. Let's talk a little bit about your son, Cam. Can you tell us a little bit about who he was?
Sure. So Cam was, oh gosh, he was one of those kids that could just lift the mood of anybody in the room that he would walk into. Whether you knew Cam or not, you knew of him because of his presence. But hands down, the funniest kid I've ever known. He was an incredibly gifted athlete, state champion hurdler, played soccer, ran track. He had a family that loved and adored him, and to deal with his anxiety and depression was something he wasn't equipped to do on his own. Unfortunately, on March 20th of 2021, Cameron purchased one pill that he thought was going to give him relief from his anxiety. He thought he was purchasing a Valium, and that Valium wasn't Valium at all. It contained a lethal dose of fentanyl. He wasn't seeking fentanyl, he wanted that instant relief.
If somebody's watching today, they're going to be thinking to themselves, it's scary. This is scary. It's so scary for our young people. What can I as a parent do for my kids to keep them safe?
Right. So many things can be done. Number one, address mental health issues quickly, professionally. Normalize mental health issues. Kids just need to know they're going to be okay, right? They need to know they're not the only one who's feeling the way they're feeling. Huge one is be in your kids' business. You have got to know what they're doing on their phones. You've got to know what social media apps they're on. You've got to know who they're talking to on their phones. You need to know their passcodes. It's not the time to be your kid's best friend. And lastly, equip your kid with those refusal skills. When you're in a situation of peer pressure, that you know you shouldn't be there, but you don't want to look like that weird kid trying to leave, have a plan. Have a plan in place to get them out of that situation, and don't shame them for it.
Okay, so if someone's interested in having you talk to their group, how can they get in touch?
Absolutely. You can reach out to me at achangeforcam.org. There's a contact form there, or just email me at achangeforcam@gmail.com, and I'm happy to come out, as long as we can work a schedule together and do it. So, yeah.
Sounds good to me, Becky. Thank you so much for sharing your time
Sure.
today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Learn more about ways to spread the word and save lives at achangeforcam.org. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by A Change for Cam.